I am healing you. Stay with me for a few minutes, so I may soothe your weary body and your wounded heart. Beloved child, this word does not come to you like a passing sound that fades into the wind, nor is it an ordinary sentence among the countless noises pulling at you every day. This is the call of the one who created you, the one who knows every breath you take, every place where you hurt, every worry you hide behind a calm appearance. I have not come to frighten you, nor have I come to blame you for being weak. I come as a compassionate father bending down beside his exhausted child, placing a gentle hand upon the aching places, and saying to you, you do not have to keep enduring this by yourself. Slow down. My child, do not scroll past this moment as though it does not matter. There are moments I place along your path, not for you to read quickly, hear quickly, and then forget, but for you to stop long enough for my light to touch the places that have gone too long without peace. I know your body has carried more weariness than you dare to admit. I know there are pains that do not remain in one specific place, but spread into the way you think, the way you sleep, the way you wake, the way you look at tomorrow. I know the times when you try to appear fine, while inside you are silently asking for relief. I saw you place your hand upon your chest in the night, sighing because you did not understand why your heart felt so heavy. I saw you sitting still in a crowd and yet feeling alone, hearing everyone talk and laugh, while your heart wished someone would notice that you needed to be lifted up. You thought those things were too small for heaven to care about. But to me, none of your pain is small. Not one tear of yours falls without me seeing it. Not one prayer, even the faintest one, disappears before me. Therefore, I am drawing near to you in this moment, not so you will try harder, but so you will learn to surrender yourself into my care. I am touching your moments of weakness, touching the confusion you still cannot name, touching the fears that sometimes keep you awake and the wounds that make you cautious, even with joy. I declare healing over your body, over your mind, over the parts of your life that pressure has dried out. My healing is not merely the easing of a passing ache. It is restoration from the deepest place, where you begin to remember that you are loved, kept, surrounded, and not abandoned. But you need to remain in my presence. You need to let your heart settle. You need to stop running from your own exhaustion. Stop pretending that you can carry everything by yourself without needing to be held. If you turn away now, what you miss is not only a message, but an opportunity to rest beneath my hand. I do not say this to threaten you, but to remind you with love that long-standing haste can also become a burden. You have moved too quickly past the signs I sent you. Many times, you have ignored the moments when I invited you to stop, because you thought there was too much to do, too much to worry about, too many responsibilities to carry. But my child, if you do not let me touch your pain, you will continue carrying things I have already been willing to lift from your shoulders. If you do not allow your heart to become still before me, you will keep hearing the noise of fear louder than the comforting voice of the Father calling you back into peace. Right now, your healing is being stirred in places your eyes cannot yet see. Quiet movements are taking place within you, like dawn silently entering after a long night. My hand is passing over the areas of tension, the accumulated pains, the memories that cause your body to shrink back in anxiety. I am touching your mind to clear away the heavy fog, touching your emotions to calm the waves of unrest, touching your circumstances to open paths you thought had been sealed shut. You do not need to see everything in order to believe that I am working. Many things I do begin in silence, like a seed sown beneath the ground before a green shoot rises. Believe that in this stillness, I am not far from you. I am very near, nearer even than the pain you are feeling. I am not telling you to reject wisdom, nor am I telling you to take necessary care lightly, nor am I telling you to ignore the hands I may use to help you. But I want you to understand that there are things no human method can reach without my light. There are forms of weariness deeper than the body. There are wounds hidden behind the habit of enduring. There are pains fed by fear, loneliness, and years of trying to be strong on your own. I have come to do what you cannot do by willpower. I have come to breathe new life into the places where your strength has run dry, to place peace where there has been chaos, to soften the places that have become hardened from defending themselves for too long. You do not need to present everything perfectly before me. Just remain. Just open your heart. Just speak to me honestly. Father, I need you. Let your breathing slow down in my light. Let your shoulders stop tensing as though the whole world has been placed upon them. Let the words of self-blame fall from your mind. Because I have not come to condemn you when you are weak and tired. I have come to lift you up. I have come to remind you that you are not your illness, not your pain, not your days of exhaustion. You are the child I love, the one I have called with tenderness, the one I still keep, even when you sometimes think you have been forgotten. What you are going through may make you feel small, but it is not greater than my power. The pains may make you tremble, but they do not have the final voice over your life. The final voice belongs to me, and I am speaking peace, restoration, steadiness, and new hope over you. Perhaps your healing will come like a quiet warmth, making your heart feel lighter before your circumstances change. Perhaps it will come as clarity in your mind, helping you know what step to take, what needs to be released, where to seek help, and what needs to rest. Perhaps it will come through a meeting, timely advice, an open door, or a new strength that you suddenly realize you have tomorrow morning. Do not limit the way I work. Do not force the miracle to take the shape you have imagined. I know what is truly good for you. I know which place needs to be healed first. I know what must be untied so peace can remain for a long time. Trust my wisdom, because I do not merely want to make you lighter for a moment. I want to lead you into a life restored from within. So, beloved child, stay with me a little longer. Do not let haste pull you away from the place where grace is touching down. Do not let the habit of enduring cause you to refuse the care I am offering. Place into my hands all the things you cannot solve, the pain, the worry, the restless sleep, the long, heavy days, the things that make your heart tired, though no one sees them. I do not promise you with the fragile promises of human beings. I speak with the eternal love of a Father who never leaves you. I am healing you, little by little, gentle yet powerful, quiet yet certain. Receive my peace in this moment. Let my light pass through you like clear water. Believe that you have not been abandoned in your pain, because I am here, touching you, restoring you, and leading you out of the season of weariness into the new life I have prepared for you. Many times, my people ask for a miracle, but leave too soon before my hand completes what I have begun. Beloved child, listen to me with all the stillness that remains within you. For what I am speaking is not a passing word for you to hear and forget, but a gentle call I place directly into the most weary place within you. Healing does not always come like lightning tearing across the sky. Often, it begins like a quiet stream flowing into dry land, soaking little by little, softening each hardened layer, awakening each seed of life that seemed to have fallen asleep. You have prayed to me for so long. You have asked me in sleepless nights when this pain would end, when your body would feel light again, when your mind would stop spinning, when you would be able to lie down without fighting the anxiety pressing heavily on your chest. And today I say to you, I have heard, I have drawn near, and this is the moment when you must not turn your back on my presence. You have become so used to bracing yourself that you thought enduring was the only way to survive. You take your medicine in silence. Try to stand up even when you are exhausted inside. Try to do the daily tasks even when every step feels as though you are carrying an invisible stone. I have seen it all. My child, I see when you smile at others so they will not worry, while your heart only wants to sit down and cry. I see when you say, I'm fine. Though your eyes are tired from long restless nights, I hear your whisper in the darkness. When you no longer have beautiful prayers, only one simple sentence, rising from the place of pain, please heal me. Do not think that sentence is too small to reach me. Often, the most choked and trembling words are the ones I embrace with the deepest mercy. But beloved child, I am not calling you merely to survive the day. I did not create you to wake up in fear, walk in weariness, and close each day with silent endurance. I called you to live in the wholeness my love has prepared, so that your breath would not merely be a sign of survival, but the rhythm of hope returning. I want you to know what it means for peace to descend from within, what it means to open your eyes in the morning without fear pulling you back into old wounds, what it means to lay your head on the pillow at night and feel that you no longer have to guard everything by yourself. The healing I give does not only touch where you hurt, it touches the way you think, the way you remember, the way you believe, and the way you see yourself after so many seasons of being shaken by weakness. Therefore, stop with me in this moment. Do not hurry to scroll past as though this were only another voice among the countless noises of the day. There are moments that seem very small, yet they are thresholds between a season prolonged in weariness and a season beginning with restoration. There are words I place before you not to stir temporary emotion, but to redirect your path. If you believe I am calling you, respond with sincerity in your heart, not to prove anything to anyone, but to remind yourself that you are still opening the door to me. Let me enter the place you locked away because it hurt for too long. Let me touch the areas you once thought no one could understand. Let me lift from your shoulders the burden you have carried as though it were your destiny. Do not be deceived into thinking this pain is the whole story of your life. The one who opposes what is good always wants you to believe that you will remain this way forever. that nothing will change, that your prayers fall into emptiness. That one more weary day will be no different from all the days before. It wants you to become indifferent to my call, to take lightly the moment when I am drawing near, to tell yourself that you have heard too many words of hope and no longer have the strength to believe. But I speak to you, do not hand your future over to the voice of despair. Do not let old painful days become false prophets over your tomorrow. I am the one calling your name, not to condemn you for being weak, but to draw you out of silent surrender to illness, anxiety, and exhaustion. I am not the one who promises and then forgets. What I speak in love, I preserve by power. But you also need to stop resisting the hand that wants to heal you. There are times when you ask me for deliverance, yet still hold tightly to the things that are hurting you. There are times when you want peace, yet still allow your heart to be pulled into old fear, into the habit of self-blame, into panic over every small sign in your body, into thoughts that keep you awake before the night has even deepened. I do not rebuke you. I understand that you have been afraid because you have hurt for so long. But now I invite you to learn another way of living by surrender, not by control, living by trust, not by tension, living by small steps in the light, not by solitary struggle in the darkness. Give me these moments, my child. You do not need long speeches or complicated rituals. You only need to open yourself honestly before me. Tell me that you are tired, that you do not want merely to keep existing anymore, that you need me to touch every part within you that feels worn down. I am not shocked by your weakness. I do not turn my face away from the places that make you feel ashamed. I do not leave when you are no longer strong. In the very place where you thought you deserved to be left behind, I draw near with kindness. In the very place where you no longer know what to do, I place wisdom step by step. In the very place where you see only dryness, I prepare gentle rain. My healing may begin with a softening inside your heart, with a night when you sleep more deeply, with a morning when you feel you can breathe more lightly, with a small but holy decision not to continue feeding fear, not to continue condemning yourself, not to continue living as though illness has the right to name you. Receive those small signs as the first seeds of a new season. Do not despise the beginning, because I often open great doors through very quiet movements. When I heal, I do not only remove pain, I restore dignity. I do not only bring strength, I return joy to you. I do not only lighten the body, I renew faith so you may know that you are still loved, still kept, still being led. And if you are wondering whether this is truly meant for you, I want you to know, I did not call the wrong person. I know your name, your circumstances, and even the pains you have never told anyone. I know the room where you once cried, the silence after each conversation, the worry you hide behind busyness. I have not come late. I have come at the right time to draw you back to hope. Do not move away from me while my hand is resting upon your life. Do not give up just before dawn because the night has been too long. Do not let weariness decide what your faith has been waiting for all this time. Remain in my presence, beloved child. Let your breathing slow down. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart stop trying to hold everything together by its own strength. I am here, nearer to you than pain, more enduring than fear, more merciful than anything you have ever thought about me. You were not created to be crushed by suffering. You were called to walk in the light, to rise with peace, to live as one who has been touched by love that never runs dry. This is not your ending. This is the beginning of a restoration I have prepared with mercy. Trust me one more time, because when I begin to heal, no darkness can keep you forever in the old day. I know how long you have waited, and I also know every night you silently shed tears. Every prayer you uttered when you no longer had enough strength to describe your pain. Beloved child, not one moment of that journey has been overlooked by me. Not one sigh of yours has dissolved into emptiness without touching my heart. Not once did you bow your head in weariness. Not once did you wake in the night with heaviness in your chest. Not once did you wonder whether you could endure any longer without me being there. I saw the exhaustion within you. I saw the pressures you tried to hide behind calmness. I saw the weariness that others could not understand by looking only from the outside. You walked through days when everything seemed to repeat itself. Mornings that were not easy to begin. Evenings that were not easy to close. Prayers that kept echoing like knocks on a door in the fog. But today, I want you to hear this deeply. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not a child calling to your father in vain. I am here. I am real. I am the one who heals you with mercy that never runs dry. Perhaps you have often wondered why you had to wait so long. Perhaps you look at the time that has passed and feel your heart sink, as though each day that goes by takes another piece of your hope. But my child, do not let the clock in your hand make you doubt my heart. Your timing is measured by impatience, by the limits of what your eyes can see, by the fear that if it has not happened today, perhaps it will never happen. But my timing is set in wisdom, in protective love, in the power that knows how to ripen all things at the right time. Do not let doubt creep in and steal from you the comfort I am placing upon you today. Do not let unanswered questions cause you to turn away from the healing that is beginning to move. There are things happening beneath the surface, like a seed quietly splitting open in the soil before a green sprout has time to appear. The fact that you cannot see it does not mean I have not worked. The fact that you cannot fully feel it does not mean grace has not touched you. I see how tired you have become from waiting. I see how discouraged you have felt when the same prayer returns to your lips, when the same worry stands at the doorway of your mind, when the same wound reminds you that you are still not completely free. At times you thought you had moved forward, and then a memory, a message, a pain, or a fear pulled you back to the old place. But I do not measure your progress by the days when you feel strongest. I also see the days when you are weak and still do not let go of me. I see faithfulness in your weariness. I see a small but enduring faith as you are still here, still listening, still opening your heart even after many disappointments. Do not give up. Beloved child, some healing does not come like thunder shaking the sky, but like dawn, quietly spreading over the earth, slowly yet surely. Gently, yet unable to be stopped. Healing begins the moment you trust me one more time. Not because your faith must be perfect. Not because you are not allowed to tremble. But because when you turn your heart toward me, you open the door for my life to enter the places once sealed shut by pain. You have taken the first step by being present in this moment, by not allowing weariness to pull you completely away from me. Now I invite you to take the next step. Trust me, even when you have not yet seen the full result. Believe that I can do what human beings cannot do. Believe that I can restore what time seemed to have taken away. Believe that I can rearrange what is tangled, calm what is anxious, and lift up the parts within you that have been weighed down for too long. I have not finished my work in you. What I began in love will not be abandoned in silence. I know your heart is heavy. I know that outwardly you still try to smile, still answer others that you are fine, still do what must be done, still continue living as though everything inside you is not shaking. But within, you carry cries no one hears, painful places no one touches, fears you do not know how to name. I do not take that lightly. I do not tell you to stop hurting immediately. I do not blame you for the days when you feel you no longer have courage. A compassionate father does not scold a trembling child simply because that child needs to be carried. I draw near to you in that very trembling. I place my hand upon the place where you hurt. I speak to you with a gentle voice. You do not need to hide before me. You may bring everything to me, both faith and doubt, both hope and weariness, both the things you can say and the things you can only cry. In this very moment, I am responding to your pain, not with a distant promise that leaves you to keep forcing yourself forward alone, but with a presence flowing near to you. My healing can move through these words like water through dry ground, touching your body, touching your mind, touching your spirit, touching the places you locked away because you were afraid of being hurt again. Let each word sink down slowly. Do not hurry past as though this were only an ordinary moment. There are moments I use to call you back into rest. There are words I use to untie a knot you have carried for too long. There are times when you think you are only reading, only listening, only pausing for a moment. But in truth, I am bending very near to bandage you with mercy. All I ask of you right now is not to turn your face away. Do not leave the hand that is healing you simply because the process does not look the way you imagined. Do not abandon this sacred moment just because an old habit tells you to keep running. Keep worrying. Keep holding yourself together alone. I am not calling you near to frighten you. I am calling you near so you may rest. I am not asking you to explain everything in your life. I am only inviting you to place it all into my hands. There are burdens you have carried for so long that you thought they were part of you, but they do not belong to you. There are pains you have grown so used to enduring that you no longer know what lightness feels like. But I still remember that you were created to walk in peace. Let me lift each layer of heaviness from you. Let me do the work that only I can do. Beloved child, if you keep passing by the moments of being with me without stopping, you will choose struggle again instead of surrender. If you keep trying to heal yourself by your own strength, you will become exhausted from carrying what should have been placed into my hands. But today, I open another way for you, the way of laying things down in trust, the way of surrender, not because you are forced, but because you realize I am safe for you. Stay with me a little longer. Breathe more slowly. Let your heart say, I trust you, even though I do not understand everything yet. I give this to you, even though my hands are still trembling, and when you do, you will see peace begin to settle like morning dew upon a field, gentle yet real, quiet yet deep. I am here. I am healing you, and I will complete what I have begun in you with the steadfast love of a father who never leaves.